Alright, so we're at the bottom of the bridge. As you can see, it's pretty big. I don't know if you can see the people up there, they look itty bitty. I probably shouldn't say this because I could get in trouble. I don't know what the statute of limitations is. But when we were stupid high school kids, we had a party one night about 3 in the morning and decided that we were gonna throw a love seat. Wow, those are some deep holes. We were gonna throw a love seat off this thing. So right up there in the center, dead center, right over top of the highway. At about 3 in the morning, we decided to throw this love seat. We'd found a love seat on the side of the road. It smelled like cat piss. We didn't realize it till we got it back to the house. While we're in the middle of this party, we're like, man, let's chunk this cat piss sofa and throw it off this bridge. So that's what we did. And it tumbled and it hit the ground. And about that time, we see headlights coming from that direction for as far as we could see. And next thing you know, Low Ready Clips comes through, smack, hits it as we're coming down this side road right here to see what happened to it. So then we decided to pull out, just take off. And when we drove by him, it was like he knew we were the ones because we were going slow and looking at him. And so he chased us, billowing smoke. And I felt horrible. And I guess his car broke down and we kept going. Not one of my finer moments, but kids will be kids. So let's I'm gonna put y'all back on the car and we are gonna go up to the top of this bridge and drive across it. What's up, guys? So, first of all, welcome to Go Fast Videos. If you haven't already, click the like button, hit the subscribe button, click that notification bell. Yeah, just hit all the bells and whistles for me. Appreciate it. So I did a vlog the other day about the first time my part of town held street races. Me and my best friend set it up, and a bunch of people showed up. But I was doing it in the car, in the Mustang, and you just can't hear me talk, even if I talk like louder. The car always seems to drown me out. So, and then I just didn't like the way it came out, so I figured I'd come out today and do the same vlog. Been a weird day. My mom's BMW broke down yesterday, so we had to go get it this morning. And let's see if it works if I turn this way. Better if I turn it this way. Anyways, I'm sitting on the bridge. See, yeah. So I had to go get that thing and get it home this morning. She won't be driving it for a while because I'm not going to fix it for a while. Just because it's so cold out. Right now it's 70 degrees, but it's supposed to drop back down to the 30s, I think, tomorrow. And so yeah, and then I get in my car to come do this vlog, and it hasn't been running right. I've been waiting for an idle air control valve to come in. I ordered it way before Christmas. It still hasn't shown up, and the stuff I ordered like a day before Christmas has shown up already. So I don't know what the issue is. And they send me an email saying high shipping volumes, please be patient. And I'm like, that's bullshit. It's been 2 weeks. And I've already I got stuff that I ordered, said it would take 2 or 3 weeks. I got within a couple days at Christmas. So in my eyes, there's no excuse. Damn, it's windy too. I hope it's not affecting my voice. Hold on, we got a motorcycle coming by. Hold on. And we got another one. Okay. So I get up this morning, the car, I can't keep it running. So I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna go to AutoZone and just get one, pay double. I went and got one. Didn't have the right size socket because all my tools are at work, and I don't have any at the house right now. And then, let's see. So I had to go back in there. I bought a cheap ratchet, cheap socket. Came back out. The piece of plastic that they use to hold the sockets onto the thing you buy it on or whatever, the little plastic piece broke off in the thing, so I had to go back in there and get it back out. Then I came back out, got the IAC on, and it fixed that problem, but now it's got a dead miss on it, 7 cylinders, and threw an engine light right after. So I had to turn around, go back to AutoZone, scan it. Actually, I was closer to Advance after that. They said that because of COVID, they can't do it. So I went to AutoZone, and they won't come out and do it for you, which is fine because I prefer to do it myself. But you can give them your ID, and then they'll give you the scanner and let you go scan it. So I went out there, cylinder 4. It's back where I've had some coolant issues. So I think where all the coolant got on the coil or the plug, it's basically burned them out. I think it's a coil, not a plug. I've already ordered a coil, and I have a set of plugs. I just hadn't put them on yet because the problem's been intermittent. I don't have any tools and don't feel like fixing it today, so I'm just riding around with 7 cylinders and engine light on. But at least it's staying running now, and it doesn't sound like somebody blowing over the top of a glass bottle at 180 decibels. So so the other day I want to do a story about the first time we ever held street races. On my side of town, it's kind of back roads. We're on the outskirts of Nashville, but all the straight sections are right by houses, and so you can't get away with street racing. And so we struggle to find places to street race. A lot of other parts of town, speed shops, stuff like that, they have they do street racing on their side of town as well. But we just don't feel like driving all the way out there, so we want to do it on our side of town. And we were probably about 20 years old, and we decided Bellevue needs to have street races on the weekends so that we have something to do. They stopped cruising downtown, which was a cruising road, and there's just nothing to do unless you go park at Walmart or park at Phillips 66 gas station or something like that. So hold on a second, we got cars coming. So I got the great idea that we were gonna hold some street races out at Natchez Bridge. Which is where I am, and I'm just sitting on the wall. It's pretty busy today because, like I said, it's December and it's 70 degrees outside. And I didn't think it'd be this loud. I was like, well, I'm not gonna sit in the car so everybody can hear me, but I don't think anybody can hear me, probably because it's windy and cars just keep coming by and motorcycles keep coming by and side-by-sides keep coming by. So I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but we'll keep on going. So we were sitting in an apartment one day, and I decided that let's go street race at Natchez Bridge. So me and Billy Vanilli, we came out, and we decided that we would measure the bridge, like from one end to the other. And there's, right at the beginning of both starts of the bridge, there's metal strips that allow the bridge to kind of move and sway and stuff in weather. But from one metal strip to the other metal strip is exactly a quarter mile. And hold on, let me switch hands. Okay. It's exactly a quarter mile, so we're like, perfect. It's straight enough. Let's do it. Now the bad thing is that the wall on either side, as you can see, is only 2.5 feet tall with a little cheap rail on top of it. So it's very dangerous. But we did it anyway. So we get on the horn with a bunch of people and call everybody we know, get them to call everybody they know, and next thing you know, we meet up. And I can't remember if we met here or met somewhere else, but there's a parking lot up at the other end of it. And so about 11 o'clock at night, I'm guessing we had I'd probably say about 40 cars. Not all of them racing, but you know, people coming out to watch and stuff too. People just want to be a part of it. Plus, it's just a cool place to race. Street racing is dangerous anyways. Why not make it more dangerous by doing it across one of the tallest bridges in Tennessee? Because that's just my style. So we came out, and we decided that what we would do is we would start at the far end, which is the opposite end of the parking lot, and race towards the parking lot. Because there's more slowdown and it doesn't go over a hill, so you don't have to worry about cars coming over. And plus, everybody that wants to watch and stuff can stand in there and watch you come by at 100 miles an hour. And you just turn around, come back and park, and we'll send 2 more up. So that's what we did. So I decided to flag, even though I did participate in the racing too. I was a flagger. I love doing that. And so we started popping them off. And we probably got, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes in. And we started hearing sirens. And so we stopped, went and ran. Well, I ran down the track, quote track, and decided to look. And I'm almost where I want to show you. Let's just say I had a 92 Camaro, 25th anniversary, V8, automatic, super slow. Anyways, got my butt kicked a lot. Even by a Z24 Cavalier, which are oddly quick, by the way. If you have a 3rd generation Camaro with a V8, guess what? An 02, 01 Z24 Cavalier will hang with you. It's ridiculous. Messed up is I had found out that the guy that drove the Z24 was well, my girlfriend at the time, the girl I was seeing, was cheating on me with him, and I had just found that out. So there's a little funny story coming to that, but here we go. So anyways, we started hearing the sirens, and I ran down and I looked over the side of the bridge, and there was there's probably 10 or 12 cop cars coming from that way, all in a single file line. And then there was, please hold, probably another 10 or 15 coming from that direction. And they could only be coming to one place, which is us, meeting in the center. And so that limited our way out. So we all started running. So luckily I was able to catch a ride with a guy getting ready to make a pass, and he took me down to my car, dropped me off. And when I went to run in, get in my car, he hold on, I'm gonna cross the road here real quick. But when I went to get in my car, I hear this guy with the Cavalier yell for my girlfriend, soon-to-be ex. Yeah, so I hear him yelling, and I look over, and she's running towards my car, and he said, over here, and she said, sorry, he drives faster than you. Now keep in mind, he just beat me 2 or 3 times in a row, and but she didn't trust his driving, I guess, so she hopped in with me. I was fine with that, but on the way back we had to go this direction, which is a bunch of curves. It's just kind of back and forth. So I just left the throttle down, and we pushed it. Bad thing about 3rd gen Camaros is they understeer real bad, so that was a problem. But I tell you, the first car I passed on the way back running from the cops was this guy in the Z24, and it was right in the middle of an S curve. I was passing him on the inside oncoming traffic side of the road, so like I was just hanging the inside of my curve as hard as possible because my car handled so shitty, and passed him, and boom, we were gone. So we get back to Bellevue, and we're all calling everybody and trying to meet up and figure out what's going on and what happened to everybody, and did everybody make it. And come to find out, a couple of people didn't make it, and one of the ones that didn't make it was the guy in the Z24. They caught him at the gas station, right off the parkway, off this parkway where we were doing the racing, and he got busted. And so of course my ex was like, well, that's why I rode with you. And I was like, understandable. But it was a blast. We had fun. We didn't have them here anymore. At the time, we were ignorant and we didn't realize, oh, this is federal property, so this isn't you get in trouble with your local police. You go to federal jail, you get federal fines, you get federal tickets, yada 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 yada. So we didn't do it anymore. We decided to hold them at another road, probably about 45 minutes from here, County Hospital Road, and we could pop them off there. It was 4 lanes with a turn-in lane. It was over a quarter mile. It had slow down. It had exits. It had parking for everybody, and it was away from everybody. So we could get away with it there for a couple of hours before we'd ever get busted, but we would get busted. But most of the time, there were so many of us that 1 or 2 cops would pull up, and they knew they couldn't do anything, so that they would just get on the intercom. Everybody needs to leave, and of course, as soon as we saw them, everybody's running every direction, anyways. And so it was fun, but I really enjoyed street racing across this bridge. I still make passes across it sometimes. I have been pulled over on it at. I was doing 130. He was nice and wrote me for 99, which it's only a 40-mile-an-hour thing. I got a ticket federally. Lost my license for a little bit. Had to pay a crap ton of money. And that's another story. I'm gonna start walking back in my car. Man, it's so pretty. But I had to go to court in another town for this federal court case. And I go in, and it's for all the offenses on Natchez Trace. It's for all the offenses on Natchez Trace Parkway. So federal cops are there, all that stuff. And anyways, I don't know if you can hear me, but so went to court, and the courtroom was full, probably 100 people in there, and it was in this old 1800s style building in this little town that had a town square and everything. But we weren't in a courthouse. It was like a BOUT barn or some shit downstairs. And they, as they're doing all the dockets, the cases or whatever, there's people getting in trouble for, like, they got pulled over for speeding, and then they ended up having cocaine and pot and paraphernalia and all this stuff in the car. And it's those cases over and over and over, and the judge is just like, okay, here's a fine, 20 hours community service, that's it, right? So I'm thinking, oh, I'm gravy, because all I got was a speeding ticket. I didn't have no drugs, no narcotics, no paraphernalia. I was not impaired like some of these other people, not a DUI, nothing like that. Good Lord. Anyways, so then my name gets called. She said, you're in trouble for doing 99 and a 40. How do you plead? I said guilty. I had a temporary lapse in judgment. I apologize. You know, it won't happen again. I've learned my lesson, yada yada. At this time, my driving record was pretty good, so I was expecting like a small fine or whatever. Well, she goes, okay, I'm giving you the maximum penalty. She gave me a lecture of what can happen by doing 99 and a 40, but she didn't give anybody else a lecture for doing, 70 or 80 and a 40 with an 8 ball of cocaine and a spilled bong on the floor and yada yada under the influence, but just me. But she said maximum penalty, $500, no license for 1129, which is a year, 40 hours of community service, I think it was there was something else. I can't remember. I can't think of it. But I basically got the book thrown at me, and I had probably, I'm not saying that I was safer than anybody else, but in my eyes, if you're just speeding but you're completely alert and sober, is one thing compared to somebody speeding who's on cocaine, pot, and been drinking all at the same time. You know, but it is what it is. Moral of the story is, don't do anything to get in trouble on a parkway. If it's a parkway, it's federal. They're not very nice. So, whew. I'm gonna stop recording at this point. I'm almost back to the car. But I appreciate you hanging out, listening to my stories, walking with me past all the cars and bikes, people, wind, sun, my absent mind. Yeah, like I said, if you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Peace.
That was unbelievable that he thought that he should have, but like, basically what we do is write a